Welcome back, everybody, to the NBA 2K24 Pittsburgh Force chapter in this MyNBA expansion series. We enter with Game 1 of the NBA Finals on the horizon, facing off against the 1 seed Seattle Sonics from the Western Conference. We come in as the 1 seed from the Eastern Conference after sweeping our former dynasty, the Virginia Beach Neptunes. But we have a major injury coming out of that series. Wilson Towns fractured his left hand. He is out for the rest of the season. So that means that we're going to have Melvin Harrison start at point guard the rest of the way. And that will open up some playing time for Rodney Montgomery off the bench, who was solid in his last game. Hoping for more of the same. But to lose one of your best players, especially your best passer on this entire roster, that's definitely going to hurt us, especially against a team like Seattle, where Towns was our best outside defender, and now we've got to face two really good shooters in Jonathan Mayo and Chuck Early, two of their top scorers on this team. They've also got Timmy Hayes, a young up-and-coming power forward, Delano Collins at center, another dynamic outside shooter, and Frank Perry coming off the bench. So to lose our best outside defender is definitely not going to help us out, on defense at least. But can they slow down this Force offense? Nobody has yet to do so in our last 20 plus games, including the playoffs. So it's going to be a tough matchup for both teams, but we'll see what happens with Towns now missing the rest of the season. Let's dive right into Game 1 against the Sonics. Game 1 comes on the road here in Seattle at Key Arena, as they did have a better record than we do. So here we go in the playoffs. Here we go in the finals, really. Game 1 starts now. Pittsburgh with the ball after Castro wins the opening tip-off. We turn the ball over as Harrison dribbles right into Chuck Early. We're going to be relying on Jimmy Thomas and hopefully Person a lot the rest of the way, as Harrison steals it back and draws the foul in transition that goes against Mayo. That's the first foul, obviously, on either team. Harrison comes in, a 50% field goal shooter, one of our better free throw shooters on this entire roster. That will at least be 1+ with Towns out, as that he was a pretty bad free throw shooter. Harrison, not so much. So if he draws some fouls, he's going to be knocking those down for the most part. This is Hoffman for 3. That one's not going to drop in. Harrison finds some room to fire, but can't connect. Mayo over Person opens a scoring for Seattle. That's the first field goal here in this one. Thomas getting inside the paint and scoring on Chuck Early. That's our first field goal. He's coming off a 26 point per game average from the Eastern Conference Finals. Also had some fantastic shooting splits. The same goes for Chuck Early, the two Conference Finals award winners. As that shot drops in for Hoffman, we're tied at 4. Screen comes over. Harrison, the 3, no good. But we get it right back off of Harrison steal, his second here in the first quarter. He's got some pretty nice hands. And he's now 0 for 3 from the field. Left inside, and a foul is called against Tomer Castro. Collins at the line. Averaging 15 points per game this past regular season. The free throws are both good. Person gets downhill and throws up a teardrop. That's his first shot and bucket. Lob for Mayo on the backdoor alley-oop. Downhill. Thomas blocked on the help defense from Timmy Hayes. Mayo pulls the trigger, no good, but Hayes is there to put it back in. Person catch and shoots. 1 for 2. Castro pulls it down and puts it in. Another backdoor lob, and this time it's Hoffman with the bucket. For 3, it's Castro, fouled on the shot by Collins. That comes after a reach-in foul from Mayo, who exits with 2 early fouls. So in comes Frank Perry. Castro splits the first 2. And the back end is good. The Sonics, by the way, average the most points in the playoffs to this point. We are behind them by 1/3 of a point. So our last 2 opponents have been top 3 scoring offenses in this postseason. This is Clint Hardy lacing one from deep. Early works his way inside and throws it up and in over Harrison. Thomas going to work inside, but he dribbles it out of bounds. Turnover. Back and down Hardy. Hoffman with some physicality. The fadeaway will not drop in. Harrison, quick shot on the other end, in and out. He is yet to find his offensive rhythm. Downhill, back to Hayes. He pumps and has it too strong off the glass. Hardy tries another triple. That one rims out. For the first 6 minutes here in Game 1, the Sonics lead by 1, 14-13. Hoffman going to work inside the paints. Couple of pump fakes, and he can't finish. And that pass gets through inside to Person. What a feed right there. Person is now 2 for 3 from the field. Got to get him involved here early on. I like his shots taken so far. They've all been pretty smart looks. Early, close range jump shot. Park back in the game, and he nails his first shot in his first ever finals appearance. This guy is a rookie, don't forget. Here's Collins, down low, over Mark Law, tough shot, no good. He's waiting for a pass to open up, nothing does. He's gonna have to fire, the step back won't go. Screen set up by Collins. He rolls inside and splits defenders for 2. Shot clock under 5. Mark Law calling for it. Collins draped all over him, but the bucket will count. Deep 3. This is Chuck early. Dropping one in from behind the arc. Pretty back and forth affair so far as Law gets behind Collins. Great assist by Harrison, his 3rd already here in this first quarter. Still 3 to go. He's played the entirety of it to this point. Off and off to a slow start offensively here. Nice cut inside. Person. Blocked though by Collins. Took too long to fire. And side to Hayes on the mismatch. Seattle back on top by 1. Also, for those curious, I know that somebody was asking about the gameplay sliders. These are my CPU sliders, which I think have been really, really good for the last couple of seasons. So if you want to copy these down yourself, then go ahead and just pause when you need to copy everything. The game speed under the gameplay settings is at 56 currently, so gotta make sure that's at either 55 or 56. I think either one works with this slider set. So here you go. I'll just scroll through it really quickly, and then we'll get back into the action. Law splits defenders, but can't lay it in inside. Solomon pulls down the miss. Inside to Westbrook. His shot will not go in. We almost turned the ball over in transition. For three, it is Harrison. No good. Still has yet to make a field goal, I think, here in the first quarter. He's at least passed the ball pretty darn well. Pick and roll. Hayes rejected at the rim by Mark Law. Up to Park. Fast break layup. Won't drop in. Westbrook pulls up, missed it. Solomon can't lay it in off the putback attempts. 60 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harrison now, I want to say 0 for 6 from the field. For 2, Hayes can't knock it down. Goes the other way. A good pass by Malone. Finally, Harrison knocks one down. Oh, what a take on the baseline by Westbrook. It's a 1-point lead for the Sonics. Harrison trying to keep things going here. He's got 5 straight points. They'll have the final shots of the first quarter. Early, trying to show off the range, in and out. The Force lead by 2, 27-25. We have not seen Frank Perry get too involved here so far, as Weaver cannot knock it down from behind the arc. I don't think Perry's taken a shot so far in this game. It's probably going to change here soon. Mismatch down low. Malone going to work. He throws it up, but it's out. Dumped inside, a spinning shot off the mark from Collins. Up ahead. Thomas slashes inside and nails the pull-up jumper. Back to Collins. Backing down. Castro, too strong. A lot of cutting here by Thomas early on. He loves to go to the rim, and this time it's going to work out. Back to Collins. Another miss. He gets it back and jams it all over Homer Castro. After 3 misses, he finally puts one in the buckets. That's their first shot to drop here in the second quarter. Play setting up for Thomas. He's picked up well by J.J. Weaver. Harrison leaves it for Malone. Good defense by Seattle so far. The 3, no good from Jimmy Thomas. Up ahead, Mayo draws the foul on Malone. First free throw hits the back iron and does not drop in. Blair goes 1 for 2. That was not Mayo, that was Blair. My fault. They look pretty similar. Harrison rises and hits again. 12 lead changes, 4 ties already, but the Force have their largest lead, I want to say, at 5. Here's Collins going to work and laying it in for 2 again. Nice pass. Thomas way off the mark, just a foot away. Jump shot, no good from Westbrook. Calling for it down low, it's Castro. He's got a mismatch. He spins around him and jams it all over. Off the screen. Perry just got Jesse Park looking. Here's Park. Baseline rejected by Delano Collins. Up ahead, Collins all the way to the rim. Good passing up ahead by the Sonics. It's 35-34. Off the screen, Clint Hardy lets it fly and sinks another triple. Hoffman loves the back down against A.J. Griffin. Too much off the window and out. pull-up. Won't drop in this time for Melvin Harrison. Mayo back in with the rebounds. Up to Collins. Mismatched on Harrison. He's got 12 points already. Nice pass back. Griffin nails the pull-up. Almost stole it. Good pump fake, and Chuck Gurley is back on the board. A lot of shot attempts for Harrison. This one drops in behind the arc. After only 25% shooting there in the first quarter, he has really been more efficient here these last couple of shot attempts in the seconds. Half the quarter gone. Pittsburgh leads by 5 in game 1. Hoffman, another step back. He has yet to really get things going here. Clock's under 5 for the Force. And the pass is cut off by Collins and stolen by Jonathan Mayo. Early slices inside on the fast break and picks up the and one off of Dustin Person's foul. The free throw drops in, 2-point ball game. Rodney Montgomery in for the first time. Harrison takes a seat after starting the first, 18 minutes of the game? Here's Person, no good from downtown. On the other end, Hayes inside, can't tie things up. Griffin to Person. He's blocked. Another fast break. Hoffman going up against Mark Law, who snatches the rebound away. Pittsburgh holding on to a 43-41 deficit. Behind the arc, the shot will not count. Montgomery's called for a bad screen. Baseline jumper early, it ties it at 43 apiece. He's got 14 points already. Pick and roll. Back out. Montgomery with the trifecta. Collins over Park. He takes full advantage. What is that lob attempt by Montgomery? Not a smart idea. Fast break. Picked off by Montgomery. Way to cut off the pass. He brings it up. Fires, but missed it. Here's Early wide open to put Seattle on top. Been a great game so far. Person can't knock it down. His jump shot still definitely needs some work. Under 3 to play here in the first half. It's 48-46. Early scoops it up and taken over here in the second quarter. 8 for 9 from the field. Parks got it. Montgomery given some room. That's a big mistake by Mayo. Trying to hold their own here until Thomas comes back in the game early with just his second field goal miss of the game to this point. Park spins and has that one denied by Collins. Will inbound it to Early. Hayes blocked. He gets it right back. Hoffman with space. He has been pretty darn awful in this first half. 2 for 11 from the fields. Kind of kept them from pulling away here in this first half. Thomas fires, but can't lace that one from deep. 90 seconds left to go and counting. It's turned over by Timmy Hayes. Inside, Person floats it up and in off the mismatch. Double Hayes, Early open again. You can't leave this guy with that much room, especially from downtown. He's got over 20 points here in this first half. Mayo leaves it for Collins. Sonics up by 4. Going to work. Montgomery nearly got the and one to drop in. That is a third against Jonathan Mayo. Montgomery's free throw drops in to cut back into this lead. The back end is offline. Perry back in for the last couple of seconds as Collins turns it over. Castro picks up the steal. We'll have the final shot of the half. It's Montgomery. No good from three. That would have tied things up. And Seattle leads 55-52 at the break. Despite being second to last in rebounds per game this past year, Seattle has 8 more boards than we do, probably because we've only shot 43% so far in this game. That's going to be a foul against Hardy. It's only a blocking foul. They've shot about 47% so far from the field, mainly because Early's been just knocking things out of the park here. It's a 3-point game. Mayo just misses it from downtown. Castro wants it inside. Mayo mismatched. Help is not going to come for him. And Castro did not get it off in time. Back door. Here's Hayes missing the layup. Solid stop there by Person, who has yet to really get too involved offensively. He's had a couple of attempts, but has yet to really pick things up. He gets his own block back and then has it stripped away by Hayes. Hoffman up to Collins. 5-point game. Backdoor lob. And that one was knocked away by Hoffman. Couple of bad alley-oop attempts here by Harrison. The jump shot won't fall from Mayo. Thomas pulls it down. Setting up for Thomas. He's got room to fire, but has yet to hit a 3 in this game. We double early. Not this early, guys, please. Hoffman fades, but picks it right where he left off in the first half. Hardy pumps. Comes off the screen and nails another triple. He's been great for us so far. For 3, it's Chuck Early. No good. Here's our chance to tie or get back in front. Harrison shuffles it inside to Castro. Tied at 57 apiece. Hoffman cuts. Has it rejected off the backboard by Homer Castro. And Mayo just knocks that one out of Harrison's hands. Hoffman puts the Sonics back on top. Catch and shoots. Person for the lead. Almost stolen, and then Collins somehow missed it, despite getting beyond Homer Castro. We'll take the miss, I guess. Over 5 for nearly 5 minutes gone here in the second half. That was definitely a shot attempt by Harrison. Doubled. Collins. The 3. Step back. Harrison can't knock it down. Hayes spins, fades, and hits the shot. Person fires and hits the mid-range jumper from the elbow. I got to get him going here in the second half. If we can, the offense will pick things up. Dumped inside. Some physical play at the rim. That's going to be goaltending on Castro. The bucket will count. Frank Perry back in the game for the Sonics. The fadeaway, no good from Clint Hardy this time. It goes the other way. Hoffman I try a fadeaway again. Yes, he does. This time he connects for the first time. He's taken 15 shots. Only 4 of those have fallen in, but he still has a plus 10 plus minus. That's pretty crazy. Force trail by 6, and Collins cuts off the pass. There's Frank Perry going to work. He steps back and throws it up and good off the glass. Hardy has the defense draped all over him. Not a smart shot attempt. It's got to be like block 4 or 5 already for Collins here. He's been playing some great inside defense. He comes in for the putback and is fouled on the shot by Law, his first. 24 points and counting for Collins. 10 for 15 from the field. He's going to work right now, and he has the Sonics leading by 10. Stolen again. Griffin, I don't know what he thought was going to happen that time. Perry with the fast break buckets. They're pulling away here in this third quarter. We got to relax with these last couple of turnovers and get things back on track. Just off the mark from the rookie. We have not scored in nearly 3 minutes of game time, but the Sonics keep pouring it in. Screen set up by Person. Harrison downhill with the and one. What a finish at the rim. Malone checks in for the Force. The free throw caps off the three-point play. And that's going to be a turnover against Westbrook. The Force get it back, trailing by 11. Screen from Law. Back to him. Collins recovers on defense. Law tries again and got it to go. The lead is cut back to 9. Collins once it's in the high post. He spins, but it's no good off the backboard. Montgomery and Thomas check back in for Pittsburgh. Malone wants it down low. Help won't come. Just back him down. Come on, Keon. They gotta hit those mismatch shot attempts. Especially trailing by nearly 10 points. Collins fouled again. More free throws for the big man. He's a really good free throw shooter. 5 for 5 tonight. The back end makes him 6 for 6. We need Thomas to contribute something here. He hands it off. Law has a mismatch. Good pass. Why is the crowd all wearing a bunch of different colors? That one just barely comes off the rim from Westbrook. Nobody is wearing green besides like a couple of sprinkled in fans here. What is going on with this color scheme? The crowd. Here's Thomas. Guarded well by Perry. Pick and roll. Malone lost it and couldn't get it back. Perry blocked on the shot attempt, but of course they recover. We gotta get a stop here. Westbrook spins, throws it up. That's blocked again by Malone. Up ahead, nearly stolen. Thomas off the mark. And we get it right back off a Mark Law steal. We've had way too many turnovers here in this quarter. For us alone, it's obviously led to this deficit here. 3 seconds separate the shot and game clock to close the quarter. Montgomery's gonna fire. No good. Hoffman brings it up from the logo. No good. The offense just came to a screeching halt here in this third quarter. We got a lot of work to do with 12 to go. Here comes the fourth quarter. Sonics lead by 9. Law coasting inside, but he can't lay it in for 2. He only scored at 17 points this half, and the Seattle Sonics continue to knock down their shots, especially on fast breaks. Another driving take. This time it's Malone. He draws the foul against Blair. Gotta hit these free throws. The front end will fall. The back end will make it a 10-point game. Blair leaves it for Westbrook. Good defense so far. Harrison has a hand up, but the shot's gonna fall anyways. Griffin shakes loose Perry, but still can't finish. Somebody's gotta step up here late. Blair with the bucket. We trail by 15 points. Too many turnovers. Too many missed shots, especially at the rim. And not enough stops. Do you see what I'm talking about? Blair. More space to fire. It's turning into a blowout. Oh no. Malone has a clean look. Please, somebody just do something. We are running out of time. Perry laces it from deep. We trail by 20. Baseline, reverse layup rejected. Person got it back for 2. Back to Solomon. 2 defenders there. It does not change a thing. We just cannot put a string of stops together. And when we do, we don't score. We got like 2 minutes to get back in the game within like 10 points. That one's blocked. And it's going the other way. What a second half by Seattle. Quick 3 for Person on the fast break, but nothing's falling for us right now, man. This is brutal. Blair for 3. That's going to be it, man. It's 98-75. We are not coming back from 23 down. With less than 8 to play, we just aren't. The Sonics completely annihilate us in the second half. They take it by 20. 91-111. They take game 1, just our second playoff loss in team history. But this one is definitely an eye-opener for this Pittsburgh Force team. Our worst offensive showing in probably about 30 games. $27 for Collins, 24 for Chuck Early. Both guys shot very well, and they lead the Sonics to a 1-game lead here. Harrison drops 22, but on 19 shot attempts, and also had 6 turnovers in this game. That's got to change going forward. We're definitely missing Wilson Towns, no doubt about it. Person missing 10 shots and scoring 15 points. Thomas, very similar game. Definitely his worst game since the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. And nobody shot like great for us. Nobody really stepped up to the plate. And we only shoot 40%. Definitely our worst shooting day, I think, besides one game in round 1. Or was that round 2? Either way, one of our worst offensive showings in the playoffs to this point. 16 TOs to their 8. And we get absolutely smoked in those final 2 quarters. We're going to simcast the first half of game 2 and jump in the 3rd or 4th quarter if things are looking close here. We're battling back here in the 2nd quarter after an early 13-point lead for Seattle. They still lead. in the second half. But we are fighting tooth and nail here, staying in arm's reach. We're going to go to the fourth quarter with a 2-point lead. 7:02 to go. It's 88-86. Trying to get back in the winning column here in the NBA Finals. 7 minutes to go. Seattle has it. Trailing by 2 here at home. They lead the series 1-0. Can we fight back and get one game back before going home to Pittsburgh? That's a foul against Castro. The front end drops in for Collins. And he goes 1 for 2 here. We've got 5 blocks so far in this game. 12-second chance points. The ball is tipped. And Thomas lays it in for 2. Chuck Gurley with it. Off the screen. He shakes off Thomas, but can't finish a few feet away. Off the screen, here's Hardy for the triple. Nothing but nylon. Screen set up by Collins. He rolls to the rim and has a mismatch inside. Seattle does not see it yet. Mayo goes right at the rim. It's blocked off the backboard by Thomas. They get it back, and Perry puts it in for 2. Setting up screens for Harrison, who's tired out there with that Gatorade logo. First in the screen, Thomas hits the deck after a miss. Fast break for Timmy Hayes. Really tight defense there by Person. Off-ball screens. Person with the triple. Let's go. Deep 3. It's Hayes spotting up. No good, but Collins continues to grab multiple offensive rebounds, but early's called for a 3-second violation. Thomas with a tough shot, no good. Castro with the rebound and the putback. Under 4 to play here in Key Arena. Seattle trails by 9. Collins, a screen. Mayo, the shot. Castro, the block. Thomas thought twice about pulling the trigger. Shot clock's under 10. Back out to Thomas. Screen coming. Good pump. And no good. Ball's tipped away from Castro and rebounded by Jonathan Mayo. He gets it back on the fast break, and Hardy just tipped that one back in. What in the world? Thomas creates some room for himself and nails the midi. 2.5 to go. Seattle running out of time here in game 2. Early fires, tough shot. Collins, another board. Castro has his hands full right now with Collins. Back to Person. Hayes had his head turned around. 15 points here in game 2 for Person on 58% shooting. Much better than in game 1. We'll take it. Just a few plays more to hold on to this win. Mayo stutter steps and shakes off Harrison for the deuce. It's not quite over. To put him away. Hardy drains it. 105-95. If the Sonics cannot score in this possession, we're going to take game 2. Early has it. He gets by Thomas, but misses the jump shot. And they're going to be out of time. One more for good measure. It's Dustin Person this time. What a tough shot. And the Pittsburgh Force pull one back in game 2. The series is tied, heading to Pittsburgh and PPG Paints Arena. 96-107 your final score. We have a really fun series going here. Chuck Gurley drops 20 points in the losing effort, going at 7 for 17. Keon Walton at 3 for 13 for Seattle. I think he actually started this game over Hoffman, who did not play in this game. Might have gotten hurt there in game 1, not entirely sure. Harrison, though, leads us in points in game 2 as well with 20, 11 assists. Person with 17. Had 7 players in double figures here. Once again, nobody was like great for us besides Law going 6 for 9, but we still play better, shooting 9% better as opposed to game 1. The threes, though, have not been too efficient here in these first 2 matchups. They got some pretty good outside defenders so far. Free throws, though, 92%. Can't complain about that. We're back in this series, tied at 1. We go home to Pittsburgh next episode for games 3 and possibly 4. And we'll see who can take the lead, if any team can, in those next 2 games. I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching as always. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.